I think, right, in fact, I'm gonna cut this bit out. So future Adam, this is where you cut it out, mate. Yeah, cut it out now. So I think the three teams to get relegated this season will be Sunderland, Burnley, and Brentford. Now, we've seen it over the past few years that a lot of teams that do get promoted are genuinely relegated straight away. And so I do think Sunderland and Burnley will go. And I do think the fact that Brentford have lost Thomas Frank, they've lost Mbeumo, they're about to lose Wissa, is that his name? Something like that. I think they'll struggle this year. I think I can see Brentford struggling. And I was in a toss-up between Brentford and Leeds, to be fair, but because I live in Leeds, I'm from Leeds, I have to give them a bit of a push, otherwise my friends will disown me. So yeah, I think Brentford go down. That's probably a hot take there, I'd probably say, in all fairness. Depending on how good Brentford have been over the past few years. I guess we'll just see how much of an impact Thomas Frank was, and the players that they've got. So, do you know what's not a bad shout though as well that I've not actually even thought about? It was someone mentioned it earlier. I think it was who was it who mentioned it earlier? I can't scroll through all this earlier, but one of you guys mentioned it about someone's back line being completely ripped apart. Bournemouth. Maybe Bournemouth go down this year, guys, instead of Brentford. I didn't think of that when I did these, so good shout, whoever mentioned that. If I could swap anything there, I'd probably put Bournemouth in for Brentford, but we'll see. Now, in sixth place, I have got Aston Villa. I think a lot of that depends on whether or not that Ollie Watkins stays and they can keep some players fit and everything like that. But I do see Aston Villa having a decent season again. I think they've got a good team down there. In fifth, Spurs. I think Thomas Frank is one of the best Premier League managers we've had in a long time. I wouldn't have, turned my nose up at him coming to Liverpool, in all fairness, back when Klopp left. I think they've made some good signings. I probably would have preferred if Elliot had go there rather than potentially going to Leipzig. Do you know what I mean? So I could see him going there, especially with James Maddison having that recent injury as well. But I don't think that went far, did it? I think, was it someone like Paul Joyce or someone said that they made a communication with Liverpool but didn't take it any further. So, but yeah, I think the signings that Spurs have made, the manager they've got, I think Spurs finish fifth. Fourth place, I've got City. I think City finished fourth. I don't think Haaland will have as bad a season as he did last year, but I do think they're going to miss De Bruyne a lot. Even his off the field stuff, his leadership and everything like that. Yes, Rodri's back from his injury, but I do think it'll take a bit of time for him to come back from it all. Yes, they've signed Shirky. Apparently, they were going to sign Rodrigo or whatever, but I think that this is it. I think City need to have a proper rebuild. I really do. They were going to sell. Have they sold Edison? Has he gone? They were selling Edison, weren't they? And they brought in that Trafford kid. Has that happened? I saw him being linked with someone. Has he actually left? He was close to leaving to go to like Galatasaray or something daft like that, wasn't he? No, he's still there. He's still at Man City. Huh. Right. Well, they brought in that James Trafford, haven't they? So, yeah. Yeah. I would see what happens with that one, to be fair, I guess, with City. But I've got them down at fourth. Third place, I've got Arsenal. I think Arsenal finished third, and I think Arteta gets the sack. I do think. I just don't think Gyökeres is what they think he is. Madueke, the winger, didn't really lift, tear it up at Chelsea, did he? So yeah, I think Arsenal have a worse season this year. I really do. Second place, I have Chelsea. They've obviously won the Club World Cup. They've got Cole Palmer. The team seems to be gelling a lot. I know that Shauno and a few people don't agree with how many players they've signed. Like, I think he said the other day that he needs a new centre-back, and they've got like 10 centre-backs on the books. But I do think they play good football, and I do think the manager's starting to get the best out of them right now. So yeah, I guess we'll have to just wait and see, guys, won't we? Regarding that, but I do think Chelsea come second. So that means for me, I've got Man United winning. Fuck. I've got Liverpool winning the league again, guys. Obviously, I need to back my team. A lot of this does go on the fact that Liverpool would sign Isak. That's what I'm putting a lot of this on. I will say if Liverpool do not sign Isak and don't get a centre back, I think Liverpool could potentially drop down to third, depending on injuries, obviously. And I won't lie to you guys, the pre-season that Salah's been having hasn't been the best at all. And it's quite worrying that he's missed 2 penalties now and everything like that. And his head doesn't really seem to, it's not his head, but he just doesn't seem to be at it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he just needs to warm up a little bit. And then obviously we're losing for the AFCON anyway. So we'll have to see what happens. But as of is right now, taking into consideration that I still think Liverpool sign Isak, I think Liverpool win the league if they sign centre-backs and Isak. If they don't, I could see him dropping down to third and Chelsea going to win the league. But yeah, that's basically my predictions, guys. So just to run through it one last time. Bottom 3, Sunderland, Burnley, Brentford. 6th place, I've got Aston Villa. In 5th, I've got Spurs. 4th, City. 3rd, Arsenal. 2nd, Chelsea. And champions again is Liverpool. So there you have it, guys. That is my little quick predictions. Craig's leaving us. Hope you have a good day, Craig. Speak to you a bit later, mate. Shauna wants me to do some more work, sending him a graphic of my prediction so he can post it. Of course I will, mate. But yeah, right then, guys. I think I'll cut the stream there. I've been going quite long here. That's not too bad. But yeah, Sean will put a post up on the Instagram and the Facebook. I will cut this little bit out as well of the video so you guys can come back to it later and put some comments there regarding your own predictions and let me know if you think I'm full of shit or whatever. Just let me know, guys. Yes, Sunderland have spent 200 million, but there's been a fair few teams that have spent a lot of money and still gone down. So we'll have to wait and see what we make. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I've enjoyed this stream today. Let me know what you all think of the video in the comments and everything. Make sure you're hitting the like button on the way out, guys, and I will catch you in some videos later in the week. And we will back again next Monday for another live stream. I will catch you then, guys. Thanks for watching.